Hello friends, so I welcome you all in this discussion, and this is the second part of level 1, right, in which we have already solved first 5 problem. So in this second part basically we start from question number 6 to 10, right? So those who have not watch my first lecture, so please watch that lecture and then we start from here, right? So first we start question number 6. Again I repeat, this series is basically level wise. First I will discuss the question of level 1, right? Then I will discuss the question of level 2, level 3, level 4, level 5, like this, right? So in the similar way we will discuss also the second paper, that is real analysis, then modern algebra, then complex analysis, and then differential equation. One by one we will discuss each of these paper, right? So now we start question number 6. So just see, this is question number 6. Up to question number 5 we have already solved. Now first again I will repeat, first you see the question, right, and then solve by yourself and then see the solution, right? Please first you read the question, pause the video, solve yourself, and then see this solution, right? Now the question is, let m is equal to, this is the aij, that is the element of this matrix, is the matrix of order 25 cross 25, right? This is the matrix of order 25 cross 25 where aij, now see the element of this matrix is defined by aij, which is minimum of I and j, right? Where I and j are from 1 2 3 up to 25. It is very clear, I and j are the suffix of this a. This means that it is I represent row and j represent column. Then rank of the matrix m is, now see, again I repeat, first you people just try to pause this video and solve by yourself. Now the technique is, what is our approach, whether we go for the 25 cross 25 order matrix? No, again I repeat, first try to take a simple matrix of order, start from 1 cross 1, right, and see what is the rank of the matrix, right? It is best, don't go for n cross n matrix. It is very simple, you take 1 cross 1, 2 cross 2, and 3 cross 3, you will get a pattern, and based on this pattern you can tell what is the order of this matrix m, right? So it is very clear. First I just take, if it is, let's suppose 1 cross 1 matrix, then what will happen? If it is 1 cross 1, so this means that it has only one element, and if the element is basically like a1 1, only one row and one column. So here it is telling, if aij, we have to take the minimum value of these two. This means that minimum of 1 1, which is what? It is nothing but 1. So we know the order of the matrix which having only one non-zero rows. So rank of the matrix become what? Rank of the matrix become 1, right? Now we take 2 cross 2 matrix. So you know 2 cross 2 matrix, very simple, and its element is basically a11, a12, a21, and a22. So this definition says, this condition says we have to take aij, minimum value of this a11, right? What is the minimum a11? So first entry is what? It is 1, minimum of 1 and 1 is 1, minimum of 1 and 2, just see here, it is given, the element is defined like what? Ij, whatever the minimum value, only we have to consider that one. So the second element, just see a12, the suffix are 1 and 2, minimum value is 1, so we put here 1, right? Now we see the third one. Third one is a21, again here the minimum value is what? 2 and 1, so 1 is the minimum, and in 2 2 minimum value is 2, right? So what about the rank of the matrix? So it is very easy, we convert this into upper triangular matrix, right? And if we apply the row operation, right, so here we can write r2 tends to r2 minus r1, just see, r2 tends to r2 minus 1, one first row is same, and 1 minus 1, this is 0, 2 minus 1 1. So we are getting, this is upper triangular matrix. Upper triangular matrix, number of non-zero rows is what? 1 and 2. So rank of this matrix become what? 2. So in the similar way you can take the pattern of 3 cross 3, and here we are already seen here in this case. This is very easy. If we are taking 1 cross 1 matrix, then rank become 1, right? If we are taking 2 cross 2 matrix, rank become 2. This means that if we take what? This is very simple. If we take 25 cross 25, we will get what? Rank will be 25. It is very easy to predict, but here uh, for the sake of formality we can also do the third matrix, that is A3 cross 3. So this is the A11, A12, A13, and second row is A21, A22, A23. This is A31, A32, and A33, right? Now see what are the element. This is very easy. This is basically nothing but 3 cross 3 matrix. So minimum value of this is what? A11, 1 is 1. Minimum value of A12, minimum value is 1. Here also 1 3 is there, so minimum value is 1. Now in the second row 2 1, so minimum value is basically 1. 2 2, so minimum value is 2. 2 3, minimum value is 2. Now see this one, A31, so minimum value is 1. Here minimum value is what? 2 3 2 is given, so minimum value is 2. And here 3 3, so minimum value is 3. So again this is very easy. You can convert this into upper triangular matrix very easy. And finally this is the task that I am giving to you all. Just now see, first row is there is no effect, only we have to convert into upper triangular matrix. So we can convert these three element 0. So we can make the operation is what? R2 minus R1. So this will become 0. 2 minus 1, this is 1, and 2 minus 1, this is also 1, right? Now subtract this R3 minus R1. So this will be 0. 2 minus 1, you will get 1, and 3 minus 1, so you will get 2, right? So here we have used two binary operation, right? Or row operation, you can say. Here I am just writing R2 tends to R2 minus R1, and the next one is R3 is basically nothing but R3 minus R1, right? So we are getting this one. And now once you again apply the same thing, R2 minus R3 minus R2, you will get finally I am writing here, the next is, just see, the 1 1 1, there is no change. Here it is 0 1 1, and once you subtract this row number 3 to 3 to 2, so you will get 0. This is also 0, this is 1. So here we are getting upper triangular matrix, and here number of non-zero rows is what? 3. So we can say that rank of this matrix is basically nothing but 3. So in the similar way we can do for the 25 cross 25 matrix. And since for if we are taking 1 cross 1 matrix, rank is 1. 2 cross 2 matrix, rank is 2. 3 cross 3 matrix, rank is 3. So in the similar way we can say that if we are taking the matrix 25 cross 25, its order is, its rank is what? Its rank is nothing but what? 25. So this option number C is correct, right? Option number C is the correct option for this question number 6. Now we move on the next question, that is question number 7, right? Now see the next question. This is basically question number 7, right? Now these type of problems are frequently asked in CSIR level, right? You can just see the question paper of previous year. You will observe these type of problem they ask frequently, right? तो चलिए इस क्वेश्चन को भी देखते हैं. सबसे पहले मैं अगेन रिपीट करूंगा. फर्स्ट यू जस्ट रीड द क्वेश्चन. पहले क्वेश्चन को रीड करिए लाइन बाय लाइन, और पहले खुद से सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करिए, और पॉज करके वीडियो, राइट? आप देख के नहीं सॉल्व करिए, और फिर अपने आप को वेरीफाई करिए कि क्या सही है या गलत है. तो देखिए क्या कह रहा है. लेट ए बी द सेट ऑफ ऑल रियल वैल्यूज ऑफ लेमडा, राइट? ए एक सेट है, राइट, जो क्या कंटेन कर रहा है? दिस इज कंटेन द रियल वैल्यूज. दिस इज बेसिकली फ्रॉम रियल नंबर, राइट? दिस इज सेट, राइट? विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशन. यहाँ से हमें बेसिकली लेमडा की वैल्यू निकालनी है. फॉर विच, देखिए आगे लिखा हुआ है दिस इज सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशन. तो कह रहे ए बी द सेट ऑफ ऑल रियल वैल्यूज ऑफ लेमडा फॉर विच द फॉलोइंग सिस्टम ऑफ लीनियर इक्वेशन इज कंसिस्टेंट. हमें बताना है किसके लिए ये कंसिस्टेंट होगा. अच्छा, कंसिस्टेंट देखिए यहाँ लेमडा x1 प्लस 2x2 प्लस 5x3 इक्वल टू 1, 2x1 प्लस x2 प्लस 3x3 इक्वल टू 1, 0x1 प्लस 3x2 प्लस 7x3 इक्वल टू. तो आपको पता है कंसिस्टेंट. कंसिस्टेंट मतलब जिसके पास सोल्यूशन हो. सोल्यूशन का मतलब रैंक ऑफ दिस मैट्रिक्स ए मस्ट बी इक्वल टू द रैंक ऑफ आर्गुमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स. ये आपका सेटिस्फाई होना चाहिए. अच्छा, कंसिस्टेंट का मतलब है सोल्यूशन एग्जिस्ट करना. तो ऐसे भी आप देख सकते हैं कि देखिए कि 3 क्रॉस 3 की मैट्रिक्स दिया है, राइट? देयर आर 3 अननोन्स. हमें वो सेट ए के बारे में बताना है. देन सेट ए इज व्हाट? वो सेट ए क्या कंटेन करेगा, क्या वो पूरा रियल नंबर होगा? फर्स्ट ऑप्शन इज पूरा रियल नंबर, कोई भी रियल नंबर ले ले फॉर विच दिस इक्वेशन इज कंसिस्टेंट, मतलब इसके पास सोल्यूशन होगा, x1 x2 x3 की कोई ना कोई वैल्यू होगी। कंसिस्टेंट मीन्स व्हाट? सोल्यूशन एग्जिस्ट। सेकंड कह रहा है ऐसा कोई वैल्यू रियल नंबर होगा ही नहीं, मतलब कह रहा है ए इज इम्पटी सेट। थर्ड ऑप्शन कह रहा है ए इज r-1, मतलब इसमें 1 को छोड़ के वो सारी वैल्यू के पास ये कंसिस्टेंट होगा। ऑप्शन नंबर डी कह रहा है ए इज वो सेट सिर्फ 1 को यहाँ पे 1 पुट करें तो ही ये कंसिस्टेंट होगा, मतलब इसके पास सोल्यूशन होगा। एक और तरीका समझिए, किस मतलब कई तरीके से प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, सवाल ये है हमें कैसे सॉल्व करना है। तो देखिए अगर ये लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट वेक्टर्स हो जाए, मतलब अगर मैं इसका रैंक निकालूं, राइट, दिस इज द मैट्रिक्स इज व्हाट? ए मैट्रिक्स के बारे में अभी सिर्फ मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, लेमडा 2 5, द सेकेंड इज व्हाट? 2 1 3, थर्ड रो इज व्हाट? 0 3 7, राइट। अगर मैं इसका 3 लीनियरली इंडिपेंडेंट रो निकालूं और इसके साथ साथ मैं आर्गुमेंटेड मैट्रिक्स भी ले लूँ बी इज 1 1 1, राइट, वी कैन चेक वेदर द रैंक ऑफ ए इज इक्वल टू रैंक ऑफ बी, और उस बेसिस पे भी हम लेमडा की वैल्यू चेक करके बता सकते हैं। दिस इज अ वेरी इजी प्रोसेस, और इससे पहले भी मैंने आपको प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करा। एक और तरीका यूज करते हैं, देखिए सभी को पता है कि इफ द डिटर्मिनेंट इज नॉन जीरो, अगर यहाँ पे इनवर्स एग्जिस्ट करेगा तभी उसका फिर सोल्यूशन होगा। एक और प्रोसीजर आप सभी को पता है कि ए एक्स इज इक्वल टू बी, then we can also find out the inverse of the matrix and get the value of what? We can just find out A inverse, right, like what? ए इनवर्स कैलकुलेट करके भी आप इसकी वैल्यू निकाल सकते हैं, सभी को पता है। और जानते हो कि ए इनवर्स निकालते हैं तो उसमें डिटर्मिनेंट क्या होना चाहिए उस मैट्रिक्स का? नॉन जीरो होना चाहिए, मीन्स नॉन सिंगुलर मैट्रिक्स होना चाहिए, राइट, नॉन सिंगुलर मैट्रिक्स, राइट। सो आप एक काम और भी कर सकते हैं, आप इस मैट्रिक्स का डिटर्मिनेंट निकाल के भी चेक कर सकते हैं कि वैल्यू नॉन जीरो कब आएगा, फॉर विच द सोल्यूशन एग्जिस्ट। तो यहाँ पे है लेमडा 2 5, दिस इज नथिंग बट 2 1 3 and this is 0 3 7. So we can also find out the determinant is what? Lambda. Then this will be, you can hide this one. So 7 2 ja, just see, once you hide this one, 7 1 ja 7 and minus 9, right, minus 2, you will get 2 once you hide 7 2 ja 14, right, minus 0 into 3, it will be 0. Now plus 5, and now this is what? 3 2 ja 6 minus 0, right. So you solve it and now see what you will get. So once you solve, you will get what? Minus 2 lambda here, 14 2 ja, just see, minus 28, right, and here we will get 5 6 ja 30, right. So just try to understand, we want determinant should not be 0, then only we can say that the solution exists or consistent, right. So here 30 minus 28, you will get 2, so you will get 2 minus 2 lambda and plus this is 2, this should not be equal to 0, right. So you can also take this 2 is as a common, so finally what you can write? You can write lambda minus 2 cannot be, sorry, 2 is common, so you will get what? You will get lambda minus 1 is cannot be 0, and finally we can say that lambda cannot be 1, right. If lambda cannot be 1, then this determinant is non-zero, right, because we want what? The solution is consistent means solution exists, means inverse exists, means what? Determinant cannot be 0, right. So you can say that except lambda is not equal to 1, it is basically solution is exist at every point. So what we can say that the set A contain are real number except 1, right, except 1, then solution exists, right. So on this basis, this option number C is correct. Now see, it is option number C is for all real number, A is basically empty set, not, and third is basically R minus 1, so this option is correct. Option number C is the correct option, right. So I think in this way you can approach and solve the problem. First you try to understand what is the question, पॉज द वीडियो, पहले खुद से सॉल्व करने की कोशिश करिए कि देखिए CSIR के बहुत सारे क्वेश्चन कई बार मैंने प्रीवियस लेक्चर में भी आप देखे होंगे, कई प्रीवियस लेक्चर में मैंने ऑलरेडी अपलोड किया हुआ है, तो कोशिश करिए CSIR से थोड़ा सा और भी एक्स्ट्रा प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करिए, क्योंकि CSIR के क्वेश्चन रिपीट करते करते हमारी आदत पड़ गई है, राइट। तो चलिए अब नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन देखते हैं, क्वेश्चन नंबर 8, राइट. Now see the question number 8, right. Now see what is the question number 8. If A and B are two matrices such that AB is equal to A and BA is equal to B. Now just see, there are a simple statement is given and you observe there are several type of problem asked in CSIR, particularly in part C like this, where you have to solve the question within 3 to 4 minutes and more than one option may be correct. So just try to understand, this is level 1 where we can solve these type of problem, try to improve our thinking power, and then we can approach for the part C also, right. So here A and B are two matrices such that this is given means there are given AB is equal to A and second is given BA is equal to B. These two things are given. Then we have to tell about only A transpose is idempotent, right. You know what is idempotent matrix, right. How, when we can say that any matrix is idempotent if A is equal to A square, right. Any matrix is called idempotent if this condition hold, right. Second is only BT is idempotent. Third option, both A raised to the power T is transpose and B transpose are idempotent. Last option, neither A transpose and B nor B transpose is idempotent, right. So if let's suppose first we just see if we have to show A transpose is idempotent. So as we have seen, any matrix A is idempotent if A is equal to A square, right. So for this we have to show what, if A transpose is equal to A transpose square, right. So we have to prove this one. If we have to verify this, that A transpose is idempotent, just see, if you prove one, you can similarly say that BT is also idempotent if it is possible, because here the see the pattern, AB is equal to A, BA is equal to B. So first you can take the left hand side and do this exercise, right. Left hand side and right hand side, whatever you want you can do. So here A transpose, we just take the left hand side and what we can write, A value is already given, it is AB, right. So we can write AB transpose, right. And if we break this, you know how we open this bracket, if A B transpose, so this is what, B transpose A transpose, right. Now we have already put the value of A here, right, and try to understand what is our objective. We have to convert ultimately in term of A transpose, right, A transpose equal. So it is better here, in always we try to replace this B by some. So also B is given what, BA. Why I am putting this B, because we want to A transpose equal to A transpose square. So always try to convert in A transpose. So B is what, B value is already given, B is equal to BA. So here I write BA whole transpose and into A transpose, right. That is clear. Now see, if we open this, what you will get, the rule says A transpose and then B transpose and A transpose. Just try to understand, always we focus on our objective, what is, we have to convert this into A transpose. Now see, A transpose is given. Now here how we can write again in term of A. So just see, BA is given. If we have to write BA, just see RAB, which one is suitable, BA. But here we can write A transpose, and you know in transpose the order is basically reverse. So we can write A B transpose. If we can write B transpose, A transpose is what, AB transpose, because once we open it will be look like this. And again just see, AB is what, AB is given A. Now see what we can write, this AB is what, AB is nothing but A. So we can write A transpose, and again AB is what, in AB we can write A transpose. So A transpose into A transpose, that is A transpose whole square. So we are taking left hand side, right, and right now this is right hand side. So we have proved A transpose is equal to A transpose square. This means that it is idempotent matrix, right. If A transpose is idempotent, in the similar way we can say that B transpose is also idempotent, right, because the pattern is same. Here you can also prove that B transpose is equal to B transpose square, right. It is clear. So only A transpose, no, only B transpose is no idempotent, both are idempotent. So in this case we can say that both A transpose and B transpose are idempotent. I think you people just solve in the similar way. B transpose is equal to, you put the value, B is what, B is basically BA. So you write BA transpose, right, and then express as I did in this case, right. ऐसे ही आप इसको भी कर लेंगे. You will get it is nothing but B transpose what square, right. So this is very simple problem. These type of problem जितना आप एनालिसिस करेंगे उतनी ही आपकी लर्निंग पावर बढ़ेगी, राइट, और थिंकिंग पावर भी इंप्रूव होगी. सो दिस इज द समरी ऑफ क्वेश्चन नंबर 8. नाउ वी मूव ऑन क्वेश्चन नंबर 9. ऑब्जेक्टिव इज to solve maximum question within 30 to 40 minutes, right, maximum 40 minutes, and within that we solve this question. So चलिए next question पे चलते हैं. Now see the question number 9, right. For again I repeat, first you read the question, try to solve yourself, and then watch this video, right. Let m is equal to 1 2 2 0 2 7 0 0 5. Then what we have to see, we have seen M matrix is given, and then we have to prove what M is diagonalizable but not M square, means M is diagonalizable but M square is not diagonalizable. Second option says M square is diagonalizable but not M is not diagonalizable, M square is diagonalizable. Now third option, both M and M square are diagonalizable, and last option says neither M nor M square is diagonalizable. Just try to understand there is the big difference between diagonal matrix and diagonalizable. This matrix is not diagonal matrix, just try to understand. But here it is not the case of diagonal matrix. Here they are asking diagonalizable, right. Diagonal, this is not diagonal but it may be diagonalizable, right. That is the important point. I will not discuss all the property of this diagonalizable, but one thing is very clear. This matrix M. So here it is basically nothing but it is upper triangular matrix, and we can predict about the eigenvalue of this matrix. So it is clear all the eigenvalues are what, the diagonal element, right. In the upper triangular matrix the eigenvalues is what, these are the diagonal elements. So its diagonal element is 1 2 5, and that are the eigenvalues. Now they are talking about M square. You know, we can also calculate the diagonal values of M square. One more thing, here all these eigenvalues are distinct. If all the eigenvalues are distinct, it is diagonalizable. So it is very clear M is diagonalizable, right. There is no issue. Why? Because all the eigenvalues are distinct. If all the eigenvalues are distinct, right, distinct, in that case यहाँ देखिए सब अलग अलग हैं 1 2 5, in that case the matrix is diagonalizable over that region. यहाँ पे कोई ऐसा दिया नहीं, but over the R it is diagonalizable. M स्क्वायर ये भी निकालना आसान. अगर कोई भी मैट्रिक्स दिया जिसकी आइगन वैल्यूज दिया है तो उसके स्क्वायर का भी आप आइगन वैल्यूज निकाल सकते हैं. क्या हो जाएगा, 1 का स्क्वायर दैट इज 1, 2 का स्क्वायर 4 और 5 का स्क्वायर 25. तो यहाँ भी देखिए जो हमें सेकंड मैट्रिक्स M स्क्वायर मिल रही है इसकी भी सारी आइगन वैल्यूज डिस्टिंक्ट है. इन द फर्स्ट केस वी गेट 1 2 5, और सेकंड केस में भी देखिए जो 3 आइगन वैल्यूज है 1 4 25, दीज आर डिस्टिंक्ट. अगर सारे आइगन वैल्यूज डिस्टिंक्ट हैं तो ये भी क्या होगा, डायगोनलाइजेबल होगा. दिस इज अ वेरी सिंपल प्रॉपर्टी. कई प्रॉपर्टी हैं डायगोनलाइजेबल को चेक करने के लिए. इफ़ ऑल द आइगन वैल्यूज आर डिस्टिंक्ट वी कैन से दैट द मैट्रिक्स इज डायगोनलाइजेबल. अगर आपका सिमेट्रिक मैट्रिक्स है तो भी वो डायगोनलाइजेबल होता है. तो बहुत सारे तरीके हैं चेक करने के डायगोनलाइजेबल के, राइट. सो आई थिंक होपफुली इट इज़ क्लियर टू एवरीवन. सो विच ऑप्शन इज करेक्ट, बेसिकली ऑप्शन नंबर सी इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन, राइट. इट इज़ क्लियर, क्योंकि पहले में दे रहा है M इज डायगोनलाइजेबल, M स्क्वायर इज नॉट डायगोनलाइजेबल. बेसिकली इन बोथ ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स वी आर गेटिंग द डिस्टिंक्ट आइगन वैल्यू. जब आपको अलग अलग डिस्टिंक्ट आइगन वैल्यूज मिल रहा है दिस मीन्स दैट बोथ ऑफ द मैट्रिक्स आर डायगोनलाइजेबल, राइट. नाउ वी मूव ऑन द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन, दैट इज क्वेश्चन नंबर 10, राइट. नाउ सी द क्वेश्चन नंबर 10. क्वेश्चन नंबर 10 से द टाइप of the conic section of the quadratic form. Just see, this is the quadratic form. Q is given X transpose. Everyone knows what is quadratic form. It is basically X transpose AX. Quadratic form is very clear by its name. Quadratic means a polynomial which each degree is basically 2, right. Degree of polynomial 2, that is basically the quadratic form. Here it is already given X transpose AX, that is Q, and its value is given 17x1 square, right, minus 30 x1 x2, right, and then plus 17 x2 square, right. So this quadratic form is already given, and they are asking what type of conic section represent and transform. Means this quadratic form, everyone knows what is quadratic form. So quadratic form, what I told you, just see in this case also, a quadratic form means what, which degree is basically 2, a polynomial which degree is 2. So we have to transform this. You know how to transform. Basically it is nothing but we can find out the similar matrix, right, corresponding to this A matrix. In quadratic form, this matrix A is what, this is nothing but symmetric matrix, right, symmetric matrix. And we have to transform this. Transform means we have to transform from one to another, right, another form. And the transformation is what, this matrix A is transformed to this diagonal matrix B, means Y transpose dy, right, where you know y, how y is created. Y is created by the eigenvector of this matrix A. So basically corresponding to this A, we have to calculate the diagonal matrix D, and based on this we know what is the corresponding form. Here since it is basically 2 cross 2, so we can write lambda 1 y1 square plus lambda 2 y2 square. Means very simple, you find out the eigenvalue of A. This is the same eigenvalue of this diagonal matrix, and based on this we can tell about the quadratic form. So now see, A matrix is what, A is symmetric matrix, and this is very easy to construct. How we can construct, just see, it is given 17 x1 square. These are basically lie at the diagonal position, x1 square and x2 square. So this is the 17, and 17 will be here, and this x1 x2. So this is basically a11, this is what, this is a22, and this is a12 and a21. Both are same, right? For this case a21 and a12, because it is symmetric matrix. So coefficient is minus 30, we can write minus 15 here and minus 15 here. And just see, the objective is this transformation in quadratic form, means in the diagonal matrix. So what about the diagonal matrix? We can find out the eigenvalue of this matrix. It is very easy. Just see, sum of the first row is 2, sum of the second row is also 2. So one of the eigenvalue is 2. Second eigenvalue, how we can calculate? We know sum of the eigenvalues is equal to the sum of the diagonal element. So sum of the two eigenvalues is what? Here it is given 34. So we can calculate the second eigenvalue is what? Just see, it is sum is 34, one of the eigenvalue is 2, so second is 32. So we are getting the diagonal matrix, and the diagonal matrix is what? You can just equate to, it is basically lie at the diagonal position, that is 2 and 32, right? Lambda 1 lambda 2. So we can write this form, means transform form, that is lambda 1 y1 square plus lambda 2 y2 square. It is very easy, only we have to transform this quadratic form to the diagonal form, right? And here what is the matrix? Final transform the conic section is what? After the transformation, this is the conic section, lambda 1 y1 square plus lambda 2 y2 square. So finally we can write here what? Lambda 1 lambda 2 is already calculated. Final section is 2 y1 square, right, 2 y1 square plus 32 y2 square, right, and this is equal to what? Both are same, and its value is given 128. So we can write it is 128. Now just see, you divide and get the value. I just erase this portion, right? No need to write this figure, only we can directly find out the value. Now see, here this is basically 2 y1 square and plus 32 y2 square is equal to 128. So you divide it. Once you divide, what you will get? y1 square upon 2 128. So it is nothing but 64, right, plus 32. Once you divide 32 28 128, it is 32 4 ja. So this is basically y2 square and divided by 4, this is equal to 1. So what are the conic section? The conic section is nothing but it is ellipse. So this is, just see, it is 8 square. 64 means what? 8 square. This is nothing but 8 square. This is 2 square, right? So finally, which option is correct? This quadratic form is transformed to the second conic section, that is what? y1 square upon 8 square. Just see, this is 64 means what? 8 square plus y2 square upon 4 means 2 square is equal to 1. So for this case, option number A is correct, right? this option number A is correct. So just see these type of problem, this quadratic form is very important. In next few section, once I will improve the level, I will include different type of problems, right? So try to understand, CSIR will not ask the simple question. Nowadays, day by day level is increasing, so you have to what, solve all different type of problem by yourself, not by looking on YouTube or something where, right? जब आप क्वेश्चन देख देख के सॉल्व करेंगे और पर्टिकुलरली CSIR का क्वेश्चन, तो समझिए आप कुछ अच्छा नहीं कर रहे हैं, क्योंकि आप अगर देख देख के आपकी आदत खराब हो जाएगी और वहाँ पे आपको नए तरीके के प्रॉब्लम सॉल्व करने पड़ेंगे, राइट? सो ट्राई टू सॉल्व द क्वेश्चन इंडिपेंडेंटली, नॉट बाय लुकिंग इन एनीवेयर, जस्ट ट्राई टू सॉल्व योरसेल्फ, राइट? पहले अपने आप से प्रयास करिए, गलत हो फिर सीखिए, राइट? तब आप अप्रोच लगाना सीख जाएंगे. So this is the summary. Now see one more information for you all, those who are interested to join the structured course where I am covering from basic to advanced each and everything for CSIR, SET, GATE and other exam like PhD entrance exam, NBHM, and you need from basic to advanced. That is the important thing, how to correlate, how to do the approach, right? So these things I discuss in my live classes. अगर आपको लगता है तो आप इसको भी ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं, अदरवाइज यूट्यूब पे तो रन कर रहा है. ऑनलाइन क्लासेस रिकॉर्डेड वीडियो you will get for each paper, PDF books, PDF notes. The medium of this live discussion are both in English and Hindi. Live classes timing right now it is 7 p.m, right? Or validity is basically 6 months for the live session, and you will get also the test at on every Sunday, right? तो टेस्ट सीरीज भी इसमें इंक्लूड है. We are covering all the paper, real analysis, linear algebra, complex analysis, modern algebra, differential equation, both OD, PD. Minor paper also like numerical method, calculus of variation, integral equation, topology and part A. You will get the recording of this. We will also try to cover this second part, right? The live session of these papers also. We are covering, as I told you, from basic to advanced, and right now you can get this course only in 3000, means 70% off, right? So you can visit our website this and get registered. Also you will get the link of this registration at the description box, right? So thank you for watching this video. In next lecture again I will include level 2. Also I will try to include the real analysis question paper. Thank you for watching this video.